any different? No?
Someone's gotta walk it out. Step out in faith and walk it out.
Yeah?
Used to only take me half an hour.
Just for the shorts, man.
Do you guys feel like
In Jesus' name. Now wait, hold up. Pause the music. Let's stop for a couple seconds and let's see. Who is that guy? Well, that's me. Now let's rewind the first time in a couple of days. Let's rewind the whole scene to last week. And, you know, let's see what's going on there. Now, okay, I didn't expect, I just thought it was going to be a boring service, right? But the message brought by Art Lucier, one of the greatest pastors, like, you know, I know, and the worship by Denver Webb, man, it was just amazing. These two guys have poured their all out for God. But it wasn't over that night.
I got a strange question for you, young people. Do you know how to gain wealth for the kingdom? See, this has to do with great exploits. This is part of great exploits. Sometimes, most times, great exploits in the kingdom of God costs money. So how do you do it? Start now, start young. Sow into the kingdom. If you don't know what to give, you just give 10%. And you just, I'm sowing it to my future for great exploits. Me and Heather have done it. I have no education. We're taken care of, just trust me. You know, and we're able to be generous. This is what the Apostle Paul said. I want you to be rich, that you can be generous on all occasions. I'm not talking about being rich to be a snob and to be greedy and not share. No, Paul said, listen, God gives seed to the sower that you could have bread to be generous on all occasions. It's part of the great exploits, you guys. You want to know how to do great exploits? Some of it takes money. How are Jamie and Michelle going to do it in Africa? But they believe in sowing. Michelle, before she even had money, she goes, I have no money, I'll give myself. She sowed herself to the kingdom, and now God's providing for them, and they were able to buy a $40,000 chunk of property over there and build. They've given thousands and thousands. They've sown. Why? Because they need money for great exploits. You gotta sow. If you want a field of potatoes, you gotta sow some seeds. You want flowers? I don't, but if you want flowers, you gotta sow flower seeds. You want seeds for your future. Sow. Don't eat the seed. Don't eat the seed. God gives seed to the sower. You're not too young to learn this. Start now. Sow. You get $100, take 10. You give it to your church, wherever your church is. That's what it says.
Now that echoed with me. To like now. That echoed me. So, he said, sow your time, sow everything that you have into God, so that God will give back. So I did. I went out, and I met this group of kids. And that's when everything changed for me. That's when my outlook, my view changed.
Anything. I'm kind of bored, so I just want to see what you guys because there's poverty.
It's poverty and there's just a lot of stuff going on right now. What else are you gonna do? You have no job. You're just stuck in a low place. I was stuck in a low place. I put a bullet in my head. I had enough of it. Well, what are you guys gonna do about it? I mean, about the poverty.
That's not my problem.
Ah! I see that again. What did you just say?
That's not my problem.
That's what I thought he said. What he actually said.
That's not my problem.
So he said that. Now here I am thinking, all youth are lost. And here's my camera girls, Diana, thinking, man, these guys are a bunch of dinguses. And my brother is sitting here in the background going, what the hell is going on?
That's what I see. That's what I see. It's a mean way of looking at it, but it's true.
Oh yeah. Sometimes it is. Sometimes, you know, there could be disabilities. There could be, you know, problems that no one knows about, and they, you know, sometimes like that guy Gary over there, he has stomach cancer. He can't get a job. Me, I have ADHD and I have depression. You know, and they look at that in a resume. They look at me and they say, why are you here? I can hire someone better, someone that actually can pay attention. This is all they have, actually. Food. You know, if we weren't here right now, you would never see anyone. No one. And it's true, and that's technically all they have. You don't see a homeless guy walking on the streets with a car. All they have is the clothes on their back. All they have is a tent. I hear stories about a guy living out in Terrace in a swamp, and he's living with wet bed sheets and his tent soaked every night. These kids don't know, man. These kids don't know the problems, and I'm here to exact youth revival so they can go out and they can pray for these guys. But that can't happen when these guys are acting like this.
Dump road. Dump road, bud, dump road. Fucking with the doji on it.
Not one of you's been away from your mommy and daddy. Hey, life's gonna kick you in the teeth.
Right here, bud, my teeth right here. Come kick them.
Here's the magic. I start talking to them more. I shake their hands and I show them the love. Hey, you guys have a nice skateboarding session, right? I was off. Find more youth
There we go.
than I can
Alright.
ever imagine.
We're gonna find some
To find
I remember sitting right
revival. But it couldn't happen at Georgeville Park. There's no youth around in sight. There's no youth hanging around.
Wi-Fi.
But Diana gave
Going
me
back to my grandmother's.
a beautiful
I'm
idea.
walking.
Let's head to the skate park. The Terrace Skate Park near the arena. And I met some youth there.
Does it go to Canada? By any chance?
Yeah, dude. Through bikes and shit.
Bikes?
Yeah.
Have a bike shop?
No. Biking.
Biking. Oh yeah, that's a.
Why are we being recorded?
Oh, I'm just recording for about the youth and stuff like that.
Screw that.
If you guys don't want to, like, you know,
No, yeah.
I'm gonna put out your guys' Facebook and stuff like that.
I just want
Now the reason why I told her to take a video of the half pipe is because look at this. Hear the story of the youth here. City doesn't want to build them a skate park. Doesn't want to build them a recreational park. Think they're a bunch of punk kids. And that's what turns down youth revival. City doesn't want to do anything. They want to build something else. They don't have time to listen to kids. I do.
You guys go to school?
See, these kids need more than just video games. They need more than just drugs and alcohol. They need God. They need recreation. They need fun. They need to go outside. But you can't do that when people are trying to hinder God or hinders activities. You can't. Look at this place. It's desolate. It's desolate and remaining. I couldn't even stand there for more than 5 seconds. I was about to cry. Didn't even want to face these guys. These guys are freaking heartbroken. These guys are sitting here having the times of their lives. And that made me think, what can we do? What can the adults do? But then I realized what the adults were doing. Alfred Flett was in town, so we packed up all our stuff and we went. We drove all the way to this church. I don't even know what the name of the church is called. But we went. We walked inside and here's this man preaching a glorious message
They assumed it would be an
about being bitter,
promised land. After all, God gave the
about Moses
there they
and
were,
taking
marching and
3 million Jews, Israelites, and
reached into the water.
drinking bitter water,
They could not drink it. The water was bitter.
taking him to the promised land.
Bitter. Picture it. Right after a great
Him stepping
victory,
out of faith.
They were led by Moses. And Moses was
Then
led by God. The waters
I
were
realized at the end of the worship that the adults were doing as much as they can. And I couldn't spite them. I could not change them because they were doing as much as they can. It was the youth who were to be raised up by youth. It is us.